So we did see Bianca. She came out and she sat at the commentary desk. She wasn't doing commentary, but she was sitting there so she could watch the match. So this seemed kind of like the beginning of their storyline, but it basically just was, at the end of the match, they got in the ring and they're just kind of like looking at each other, and it just became Bianca was just grossed out by the blue mist in Asuka's mouth. So I'm like, I think we need a little bit more substance here. But do you
Mhm.
think that this means Asuka's going to be turning heel?
Yes, this was a telltale sign that she's turning heel.
But how do you think she's going to turn heel? Is she going to like attack Bianca or?
It's gonna be little moments like the blue mist. You'll see her do some weird, no, I don't want to say like horrific, but I mean like horror type stuff. And since Bianca is, I would say, this, superhuman type figure, we might see the closest thing to supernatural that you can with Asuka, if that makes sense. Like she's gonna do some weird, shit with this new gimmick type or character that she already has. She's going back to her Japanese roots, the New Japan shit. Like,
Yeah.
yes, like this is what we want. The wrestling fans now don't really care about, the glitz and glamour and like the hottest wrestler. Like they want to see ass
Yeah.
kicking, and
Yeah.
Asuka kicks ass. That's where we're gonna see it, and we'll get, what we might see now that I talked this through is a lot of stuff like what I said with the little weird shit going on. And then there's gonna be like a tag team match. Maybe not like 2-on-2, but like, definitely like a tag team match within feuds. And Asuka's gonna either turn on her purposely or accidentally, and then that's just gonna be this rolling snowball.
I kind of feel like them trying to turn her heel is probably I don't know if it's gonna work because people just love Asuka. So I feel like it'll kind of be the way that Lesnar has been booked recently, where it was like he was supposed to be the heel,
Yeah,
but
but
he's
he's
not.
not at all.
But it's like he's still teetering that line
Yes.
because it's like he's still being booked as a heel. So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if that happens with Asuka because I feel like in a
Right.
way she's kind of just untouchable because I mean the audience is going to react to her how they want to react to her no
That's
matter what
but
she's
that's what I was
doing.
gonna ask you. That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you, is that like now with heels in wrestling that obviously we just know more. The fan just knows more,
Yeah.
which is a good and bad thing. Is it a bad thing that they know that you're not supposed to like them, but they like it anyways? Like, couldn't that just work in her favor regardless? Like,
I
do
think
they
in a
want to see
way,
her beat up? But yeah, you
but
go.
I think that people also figured out how things worked under Vince McMahon. So it's like people are going to root for who they want to
Great
root
line.
for.
It's a great
So,
line.
I mean, that never stopped me. Like there were times where I went to a couple shows and I had signs for Dashing Cody Rhodes. Was I supposed to have signs for Dashing Cody Rhodes? No, because he was a heel and I was supposed to hate him. But um I remember my friends and we were on the floor and I think it was around SummerSlam and we were cheering so loud for him like you could actually hear us during the
That's
broadcast,
hilarious.
and he acknowledged us. He acknowledged his tribal chiefs and
He
like
acknowledged
thanked
you, Sarah
us
Marshall.
for cheering for him when the camera was down because this was SmackDown back then, so it was like pre-taped.
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. I remember this.
but yeah, he waited until the cameras were off, to make sure. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not gonna not root for this guy just because, like,
You're my
you know,
guy.
because you don't want me to. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna root for him because I like him. So, yeah, I don't know if that'll play into it with Asuka, but I could see maybe she gets a little bit more heat because people love Bianca. So
They do, but people also would love to see a new champion.
yeah, well, I think that's pretty obvious that that's gonna happen, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.